So it looks like the Patriots head coach was just caught lacking because a report from Fearbuck on Twitter, yes, you heard me, Fearbuck of all people, he's come out and he's announced that the Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel and New York Times NFL reporter Diana Russini were seen holding hands, hugging, spending time together basically at a luxury hotel out there in Sedona, Arizona. That's right, they were both out there in Arizona at a fancy hotel and they were seen canoodling. That's absolutely absurd. Now, the crazy thing isn't the fact that they were seen together because, you know, they are both two very old adults. They can hang out with whoever they want. Plot twist, they're both married. I know, insane. I mean, Mike Vrabel has been married to his wife, Jen Vrabel, since 1999. It's been a 20+ year marriage for the head coach. He's been with his girl since before Y2K, and guess what? He was just seen potentially cheating on her. Absolutely insane stuff. How can you trust a guy to be the coach of your team if he can't even be loyal to his wife? Now, I know I'm dragging it, okay? Most of this is just for entertainment anyway. I mean, I don't really care who Mike Vrabel dates or who he's seen with. It doesn't really matter to me. I just thought it was the news story for today, so why not cover it? Now, another big factor in all of this is the fact that Diana Russini, you know, she is a well-known NFL reporter. If you follow the NFL at all, you know exactly who she is. She's been married to Kevin Goldschmidt, who's a Shake Shack executive. Yeah, they've been married since 2020, aka he's basically my boss because all the way up there in Shake Shack. They've both been married. They both are married. And here's the thing, okay, Mike Vrabel, he has 2 sons, but they're both pretty old in their mid-20s. The thing with Diana Russini, she also has 2 kids. That's right, she has 2 kids, except they're much younger. She has her first son, 2021, second son, 2022. So yeah, they're messing up families left and right. You know what this reminds me of? Ariana Grande and that SpongeBob guy during that first Wicked movie. Yeah, that's kind of what it's like, except for the sports world. Now, here's the thing about the situation, all right, is that there's a number of photos. First off, they were seen hanging out by the pool, just the 2 of them, you know, in their little bikinis and swim trunks. Now, what they had to say about it is that they were with a group of friends and that they were just hanging out. But the thing is, no one else is seen anywhere in the photos. And maybe the photos are just heavily zoomed in, but the 2 were very close. And then later on, there's even more photos of them on the rooftop. What are they doing? They're holding hands, they're hugging. If that doesn't smell like an affair, I don't know what does. They're cheating on their spouses, probably. I don't know. That's what it looks like anyway. I mean, this is coming from a Twitter account, and then there are other, you know, media outlets reporting it, like E! News, the New York Times, whatever. People who are just trying to get clicks and views, aka moi. It looks like after Mike Vrabel lost the Super Bowl, he said, fuck it, I'm gonna just go ahead and lose something else too. I'll lose my wife. So there goes 2 rings in the matter of a few months. I don't know how he does it. Losing back-to-back rings like that, absurd. But for the most part, that's the entire situation. You know, the 2 haven't really came out to the public and spoke about it yet. This all kind of happened today, so it is pretty recent news. Ooh, sucks if you're a New England fan because this isn't what you want your team focusing on, right? This isn't what Robert Kraft wants the headlines to be about. He doesn't like distractions. This is the New England freaking Patriots. They don't stand for none of that distraction bullshit. And speaking of distractions, not a sponsor, by the way. Look at this. It's Gatorade in a can. Again, not a sponsor, but still, that's sick. This is sick. I've never seen Gatorade in a can before. Let's just take a moment. Let's taste test this, baby. Now, it is the orange flavor. Ooh, look at that. You know what this tastes like? You ever buy those like Gatorade powder, right? It's just a bunch of powder and you put it into water and you mix it in. It's supposed to taste like Gatorade. That's what this tastes like. Kinda underwhelming. I prefer Gatorade in a bottle. I'll drink it. I'll finish it with my apple. Speaking of apples, oh, I love apples. Good little midnight snack. You know what else I'm excited for? Invincible. Yeah, Invincible what? Episode 6 of the season is about to drop. There's like 2 or 3 new episodes of The Boys season 5 is about to come out and another Daredevil episode. This is peak time if you're like a superhero fan for television right now. 3 major shows all releasing at once. Kinda crazy. I'll be watching that. I just want to talk about the Mike Vrabel situation. This isn't something I'd cover on the main channel just because, you know, I don't really care for it. It's not too much of a big deal, but I thought I'm not really editing on this channel too much other than like cutting it a bit. So I thought I'd talk about it for fun. There's probably going to be more videos like this, not about this kind of stuff, but it's just like the most interesting thing to happen today. So I thought, why not just click record? I mean, I got the place to myself. It's empty. I'm bored. Let's record a quick video. Now, honestly, Mike Vrabel, if you're gonna cheat on your wife of 25 plus years. You end up doing it with Diana Russini. I don't know, like I see it, okay? I see why maybe it would be appealing. You know, she works in the same industry. You guys might run into each other at events once in a while, and you know, one thing leads to another. You start talking, you start chatting. You guys are always on the road. You know, he's never really home. He's always got games to go to or practices. The life of a head coach is nonstop, constantly busy. So maybe he just wasn't feeling enough love from his wife. Maybe there was marital issues already there. Who knows? What I do know is that this is probably brand news to both of the spouses, and I wouldn't be surprised if one, if not two couples file for divorce here, because I don't know how you stay with your partner after that. I mean, getting caught like this in front of everybody, pretty embarrassing, right? Like that one couple, you know, with the CEO at the concert, at the Coldplay concert. It's kind of like that before the sports world. And what ended up happening there, it was a bit messy. It got blown out of proportion. Absolutely absurd. Sorry, my Australian accent kind of slips a bit when I'm talking, when I'm ranting. It just kind of happens. But yeah, what does this mean for New England? Probably fucking nothing. I mean, the Patriots will be fine. They don't need to care about Vrabel's, you know, marital issues unless that goes into affecting him this season. AKA, I mean, we've seen that before, where some marital strife causes issues with the New England head coach. That's right, I'm talking about Bill Belichick. Now, of course, he didn't have the marital issues when he was a head coach for New England. No, that came after, when he ended up in North Carolina. I mean, he got with that really young chick, right? Which was, you know, a little crazy, Bill, but do what you want. And that young chick, a bit annoying, okay? You know, she was very controlling. I don't know what Bill got himself into, but Bill Belichick wanted a baddie. He got a baddie. And so, yeah, she kind of took over in his time in North Carolina to the point where, what, they had to kick her out of some situational rooms? Kind of insane, Bill. We've seen this before with New England head coaches. And what happened to Bill Belichick? He had a terrible season in North Carolina. Maybe that was going to happen anyway. We'll see how he bounces back, and we'll see how Mike Vrabel bounces back, and how they choose to address it. Honestly, I don't think either of them are going to address this. Why would they? It's only going to make things worse. I think you just kind of move on. You kind of try and sweep it under the rug, hope that a news story breaks, like someone demanding a trade, aka, you know, Dexter Lawrence, who did demand a trade. Who knows where he's going to go? If he goes to Chicago, you most definitely will be getting a video, because I'm a Chicago Bears fan, okay? It's going to happen 1,000,000%. If Dexter Lawrence gets traded, boom, video. Probably on the main channel, all right? And you can go check that out, bound.nova. I'm sure you got this. If you're watching this, you probably have already seen the main channel, but just want to let you know. Anyway, I think I've covered everything I've wanted to. You've watched me cut up an apple, have a little midnight snack. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Hold on, I'll do a reveal in a few seconds. Boom, huh? It looks pretty good, I think. Honestly, not a lot of apple to cut. I'm kind of surprised, but yeah. Catch y'all later. Much love. And the next time you see me, I'll probably talk about, you know, The Boys' new season, or like the new Invincible episode. That's probably what's gonna come. It'll come out tomorrow, so I'm gonna see that. But yeah, catch y'all later. Much love. Deuces.